My next guest is waiting patiently to chat to me, and I'm delighted she's with me in studio this afternoon. She is the woman behind the potting shed out Clogherhead Way, Julie Parte. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Gerry.
Thank you for joining me today on Late Lunch. Well, our Louise spotted you on social media, and something to do with a fella called Mr. Dickens.
Yes.
Charles Dickens, to be precise. Tell us about that first. What is this?
Well, it's a 1900s, early 1900s set of Charles Dickens novels in their original presentation case. Lovely thing. Quite rare in Ireland. You might find more over in the UK, but quite rare in Ireland to have. And they were in beautiful condition, and of course they sold straight away.
I ain't one bit surprised, because as soon as Louise showed that to me, I said, wow, that is something special. Where did you pick those up?
I picked them up in Belfast, and I won't disclose where exactly
That's
I got
okay.
them.
That's all right. That's your...
But I have a string of dealers that I know who
Yes.
I can go to, and they know what I like. I know what they like. We can swap information, swap things. It's a lovely group of people.
So you hop in your van.
Yeah.
We've heard of man with van,
Yes.
but Julie is lady with van, and off you go and you do your purchasing of this, that and the other. And that's what the potting shed is
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you come back, what do you do with this stuff? You go, you buy, you come back with your stuff. What happens from there?
Well, I live in the middle of my shop in an old Victorian house that was built for the headmaster in 1880s. In the 1880s.
In Clogherhead?
In Clogherhead. And I have to bring all the stuff back. I haven't much storage, so it all goes into the house, and then I spend a day trying to fit everything in and make it look pretty for the photographs. And sometimes till 2 o'clock in the morning I'm working, but then the following day everyone's waiting for the photographs to go up. I have nearly 9,000 followers now on Facebook.
Good on you.
Yeah, everyone's
done.
waiting for the photographs to go up.
So you have a substantial following there now for
Yes.
you and what you bring and,
Yes.
and show people what you have. Do you generally clear everything, when you do a trip, most of it?
Yep. Things don't hang around for too long. I've people waiting for stuff to come home
Yes.
who follow the page and maybe looking for something that I've sorted out for them. And then I have courier works with me who delivers them to all over the country, Donegal, Limerick, everywhere. So it's a great setup, and I have a lovely guy, Mark, who comes in and does all my electrical work and any restoration that's needed. I have another great guy, Darren, who any glass work. So it's great. It's a lovely little community.
It's the repair shop, may I say, in Clogherhead, but it's called the potting shed.
Yes.
But so in other words, you buy what would be termed maybe antiquarian stuff as well that needs a little sprucing up, or replacing of this, that, or the other. So that is part of what you do as well.
It is.
So you don't buy just a scene to sell that you can sell, which you do a lot of stuff as well. So a combination of all that. Obviously, then there's a market out there. There's a very interested market in what and it's your taste. It's you.
Yeah. Well, I buy what I like,
Yes.
and people tend to like it.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that fantastic?
It's great. And people say to me, well, how do you let the stuff go? But I get great joy from people coming in and liking what I like. Which it's a lovely feeling, So and coming back again, I have a lot of return customers.
You see, that speaks volumes. It does for sure. About you, I get the lovely little blend of the northern accent in there as well. You mentioned you went to Belfast. I take it you're from that neck of the woods.
I'm originally from Belfast, and my family is still there.
That's still in Belfast.
Yeah.
How come Clogherhead?
Well, we had a holiday home in Clogherhead, like a lot of other people. A lot of other people had, and there's a good few of us who were half reared in Clogherhead who live there now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what led you to live in the Louth seaside village.
Yeah.
And you have 4 lovely ladies in your life.
4 daughters, ranging from 34 down to 26.
No way you have a 34-year-old daughter. Don't be codding me. Come on, you're getting the numbers wrong there. You're pulling me leg all together. Anyway, a house of women. And there you are, the 4 girls and yourself as well. And the other thing I wanted to mention, you've had your health challenges, if I might say, today, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I was diagnosed with 10 brain tumours when I was 30 in 1998, giving away my age now. But one of them was extremely large and had to be removed straight away. But I have 9 others that are all benign, thank goodness, and haven't grown. I've been extremely lucky. with that, you know. So they don't, apart from a deaf ear, which comes in handy sometimes, they don't bother me at all.
I love that. That's a lovely turn of phrase there. And it's so true as well.
Yeah, it is actually.
Where did this, you have a real talent for spotting something, you know what I mean? And, then presenting it and enhancing somebody else's home or life. Where did that come from?
Well,
do you believe?
I was running jumble sales in my street when I was 9.
Ah, you see.
And sold my sister's tiny tears. Sold my mother's perfume.
Oh,
yeah. And had to go and buy them back.
She's ruthless. Oh, well, you bought them back. Listen,
but it's in you. I think you're born to be a dealer.
Yeah.
And my parents bought a big house in Belfast when I was 11. The garage was full of antiques. The lady had passed away and left boxes and stuff in the garage. And I grew up playing antique shops in the garage. And I trying to persuade my mother not to throw the stuff away,
Yeah, but you see, that's the genesis of it. This is where it all began for you and where you are today. The potting shed. I love the name. Why the potting shed?
Well, it started off literally in the garden shed. My girls were small. I was buying bits and pieces and selling them on. And the potting shed, that's where Potting Shed Vintage came from.
Do you watch Bargain Hunt on the television?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
And you know what happens there? I often wonder, I think you would make a great presenter of that show because... some of the experts, I scratch my head at times at the things together. They don't make a profit on them. Of course, you've to knock a few bob out of this. It's your living. It's your lifeline as well. Do you, when you see something, do you always, come up trumps with something? You say you buy it for something. Oh, I'm going to make a few bob on that. There's fat in that I can get from another person.
Well, I'll tell you a story. My family can be traced back to the Battle of Clontarf in 1014. They were blacksmiths, and they had a forge in Ballymakenny. And I was in a junk shop one day, and I saw a painting of a forge. And it was looking into a forge. You could see a window in the back. You could see the tools. It was an oil painting. And I bought it for €5. And I looked at it in the house. I hung it upstairs, and every time I passed it, I thought, that is really good. And it seemed to be getting better the more I looked at it. And I Googled the artist, and I sent a photograph of it up to Adam's Auctioneers, and I sold it for €1,800. And my daughter and I had a very exciting time at the auction.
A fiver?
Yeah, it was a bit of a Del Boy moment. But I see things all the time that you get your eye and you listen to other dealers and you pick up huge information from other dealers. It's there if you want to learn.
Right.
And you have to be learning it every single day. You have to be willing to pick up that information. And it's just a lovely group in Ireland of wonderful dealers who are so willing to share what they know.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because generally things are competitive, but it's nice to hear that you have that camaraderie. I mentioned Bargain Hunt. You should have been on the Antiques Roadshow with that painting. They would have gone ballistic. A fiver. What was it again?
1,800. Great fun.
Was that your greatest achievement? Bought for so little. Come on. Did you do better than that? Just say you did. Did you do better than that with something?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. It's just knowing. You get to know what quality looks like.
Yeah.
By the feel of it, by the look of it. And as I said, you're always picking up information as you go along. If you're willing to learn, it's out there. You read about it all the time. You're constantly looking and learning. And that's where the knowledge comes from, that, you pick up wonderful bits.
And I'd probably look with my amateur eye at certain things. You'd acquire that and you'd put up and I'd say, God, who would want that? But is there somebody nearly for everything?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. And I might have something in the shop for 2-3 years that I would have said, God, how come nobody's bought that? It's lovely. But that person will come in and they'll go straight for it. They'll go straight for it and they'll love it.
So you mentioned your followers online and that. Online the biggest, is your biggest marketplace. You mentioned people call to you as well. So you have people who want to see. You facilitate that as well.
Yeah, and it being an old Victorian house, people love to see the stuff in situ and it gives them a great idea of how it'll look in their house. you know, and the fire is lit, the kettle is on, and
Yeah.
you know, it's lovely that way. And of course, the potting shed assistants are there.
Of course.
I have 2 pure white cats, and everybody loves them online. Everybody loves them, and they're great.
The world today we live in, you know, the mod cons as you would call it, and the new house and all the technology that goes with that and the clean lines and everything. Obviously there's a place even with that for
Absolutely.
you know what you might call older, you know, treasured, loved from way back. You know what I'm trying to say? To marry the both.
Most of my customers now are in their 20s and 30s.
Right.
And they are living in modern houses or apartments, and they want something that
so they're
their
looking
friends
for
haven't
this.
got.
Ah.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah, they don't want the big box stores as much anymore. They're looking for something that their friends are going to come into the house and say, oh, where did you get that? And they can say, we got it in Potting Shed Vintage or wherever.
Yeah.
And they send their friends to me then, which is marvellous.
How could I not get that word out of my little brain? And that's what I was trying to say, the vintage versus the modern and the new and that as well, and marrying both of those together. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't that very interesting?
And it's very gratifying to see that young people are wanting vintage and antiques. It's great. The quality, they see the quality. And smaller pieces are very popular because modern houses can't take the huge pieces.
Yeah.
So that works.
Besides the Dickens, what have you at the minute? Throw something out there that you have at the minute that you think is special.
I have a beautiful Irish 19th century pine bookcase, and these were dipped and stripped and sent to America by their thousands in the 80s and 90s. And this one has been restored. You can see when you look in through the glass of the bookcase, it's got the wide planks, which is Georgian Victorian. And these were rotten at the bottom. So I had to have them, I didn't want to take them out. I had to have them restored by Mark and then waxed because it had been stripped. But it's a fabulous piece of furniture for anybody's house. Beautiful with original glass. Just so lovely.
Sold to the highest bidder today on Late Lunch. All you have to do is check out this wonderful woman and the Potting Shed. And it's online, as you said, Facebook. You have a huge
online
following
at
there.
Potting Shed Vintage.
Potting Shed Vintage, Clotterhead. You can call out and see her. Look at what's there. Look online. Julie Parte will be away in her van again shortly with more wonderful items to offer. Listen, you're great. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed our chat today. And good luck with everything. Take care,
Thanks
Julie.
a lot.
Bye-bye.